if you did not get wrecked, if you didn't take a major hit on your portfolio or on your leverage trades, then I applaud you, I salute you, because I personally took a major hit, and I know that professional, not professional traders, like anybody that I know, took a major hit. It's like, it's one of those events that happens very rarely, but you remember those, because normally when these kind of liquidation events happen, I see traders get wrecked, but I see also a lot of traders make profit from it. They foresee it, they short it, and they make profit of it. But this time was different. Everybody was expecting that Trump pump to happen, and we already had a liquidation event due to the DeepSeek AI thingy coming out from China that actually is good for crypto in the long term, but short term, of course, the market overreact. Now, here we have in Trump imposing tariffs and all of that stuff, and he does that just before the weekend. So basically, like, everybody is sitting there with their D in the hand, and yeah, man, it is what it is. So we're gonna dive into all of that stuff, and I must say this: I have very good news. This is good stuff. This is good stuff, and you want to stick with me on this video until the end. We're gonna go through this. We're gonna go through some major trading opportunities, trade opportunities. Remember, I have to say this now already. When everybody's panicking, that is when you buy. When everybody is FOMOing like crazy, that is when you sell. What is everybody doing now? Panicking. It's blood on the streets, all right? We had 2.3 billion liquidated from the market in 24 hours. That's a historical event. That has never happened before. Not even on the COVID crash, not even on the FTX crash, not even on the Luna crash did this happen. So with that long intro, let's dive into this. All right, so first and foremost, the fear and greed index, it sits at 39 right now. So it's in fear. It's not in that deep red panic fear, but it's at fear. And I'm gonna show you a chart that is very explanatory for the situation we have in the markets right now, and it basically explains everything that I'm trying to lay out for you. But first, we're gonna build this case, and I'm gonna talk about this first. So the numbers that you see here, 39, is basically the lowest that we have seen since before Trump got elected. All right, so November, October, those days. And after Trump got elected, you know, that fear and greed index shot up quickly, all the way up to greed and massive greed, strong greed. But now we're down in 39 again, and it doesn't mean that we are done, that this is the bottom. We are at a fear and greed index support right now. So you see here, this is the support. We have dipped below a couple of times, but this is most often the area where you see market turning, or where you see the fear and greed index turning from. To get it down below 39 takes a lot. But let's say we get another black swan event, the market dumps a little bit more. It doesn't need to dump much more, a little bit more, and you will see it there. But talking about the markets, for example, NAS, 4.3%. So NASDAQ, 4.3% down. S&P 500, 3% down. US 30, Dow Jones, about 2.73% down. BTC, 14% down and 17% from its all-time high. XRP, 43% down and 48% from its all-time high. Solana, 27% down, 40% from its all-time high. And Doge, the only, like the meme coin that survived the best out of this crash, because meme coins were the ones that took the hardest hits. Kind of expected. Doge, 41%, 59% from its all-time high. I've seen meme coins gone down 90%, 80%, 70%. And when something is overhyped, it will also overcrash. So I think it's a good thing, because I think all that liquidity is now rotating over from meme coins down to more stable tokens. And I will talk about these because we have massive opportunities. You don't need to take those crazy ass risks. But first, let's look at the market. So first, what caused the market to crash? It was, of course, Trump and his tariffs. He basically made a new meaning for the term "to the moon" in Bitcoin. And yeah, you see it here, and it's very figuratively speaking. Now, here's the thing. Trump's trade tariffs will send Bitcoin prices higher in the long term due to weakening of the US dollar, global currency markets, and lower yields on the US government securities. And this is totally true. So when the market dumps because of something like the tariffs, for example, because Trump announced this stuff, it's a reactionary movement in the market. It's not something that is real. It's just like the hype. People see good news about XRP. Oh, XRP will be used on the bank system. XRP will be used in this, XRP that. And boom, everybody buys XRP. XRP is pumping. But that is just hype. That is not the real deal because those things has not been implemented yet. When it comes to Trump, first it was this DeepSeek thing. And market reacted very hard on the DeepSeek news. But the reality is that DeepSeek is actually good for the market. DeepSeek, or it's actually good for Bitcoin and crypto. Why? Because DeepSeek enhances the competition in the AI space. It dilutes US control and monopoly over the AI sector. And that makes the US GDP shrink actually, because a lot of the capital that is flowing into US AI companies is now also flowing into China and other places. So US GDP shrinks. When US GDP shrinks, it means the banks have to take aggressive action to boost up that GDP again. And what is aggressive action? Of course, quantitative easing, printing money. Money printer goes brrr, and Bitcoin goes phew. So that is the thing with DeepSeek. And when it comes to tariffs, it's the same thing. So tariffs, right now, Trump wants to, of course, weaken the US dollar. He wants to lower the price of the US dollar. Why? Because he wants to make US more export heavy. He wants to make US more export competitive. And when you lower the value of your currency, of course, the price of the goods in your country gets cheaper for another country to buy. All right. So if somebody from Sweden wants to buy something for US and the US dollar goes down, then those goods are now cheaper for the Swedish people. And the next step for Donald Trump is to weaken the US dollar. So it will send Bitcoin skyrocketing. But before that, of course, we got to go through some pain. And that's what we just experienced. Now you're asking me, this is some massive manipulation, just an excuse to liquidate the whole market. Basically, like I said, Trump just take a massive dump on our faces, but it's okay. You know, we're trying to matrix that away and find the right opportunities in the markets and maneuver our way to good buy opportunities. And this is what we're doing right now. This is why we're here together. We are not smart money, but we don't want to be dumb money either, sitting there with our D in our hands, right? So this is what we're going to accept the situation and we're going to do the best we can out of this. Now, with all of that said, here's the thing. So while the market is crashing, what's happening? BlackRock is still buying up both Bitcoin and Ethereum to their spot ETFs. And it's not only them, also Fidelity bought up a big chunk. So BlackRock Thursday and Friday bought up about $700 million worth of Bitcoin. Fidelity also bought up about $210 million of Bitcoin. So these guys, they are not accumulating this to sell it at a lower price. All right. They're accumulating this because they see something coming. I don't know if they saw this coming, but this smart money is always looking not even months ahead. They're looking years ahead. So if you're looking years ahead, you just follow them. You just swim with this whales. Now, speaking of tariffs, it doesn't seem like Trump is also done with those tariffs. And of course he's not. Basically, what will happen now, we will get a massive tariff war or a trade war. And now he's saying also that tariffs will definitely happen with European Union. So there's already disputes going on, fights going on between West and West, so Europe and US. There's no doubt that EU has been taken hard by US. They have been taking it up in the butts very hard by US. I know because I live in the EU. So, but that's what happens when you follow a greedy capitalistic society and you expect that they are going to lead you into prosperity. Of course they are not. They're going to do what's best for them. And now you get the greediest capitalists ever on the throne there dictating that country. Like, you cannot expect that this world will flourish with him. United States might flourish, but as you see already, everything he has done is just to enhance not his power, but the power of the United States. Because I actually truly believe that he has the best of the United States in his interest, but that will be on the cost of everybody else. So the question is, how will the rest of the world react to this? How will they accept this? And I don't think they will, because we have a big part of the world now rising up and kind of fed up with this Western with this Western colonialism, kind of fed up with this Western neo-colonialism, bullying, looting, power, greedy dictatorship that they have been running on the world. Like everything has to be according to West, or you're going to pay a heavy price for it. We're going to invade your country and say that you have weapons of mass destruction, or whatever it is, they're terrorists or something. I'm not going to sidetrack too far. I have a lot to say. As you can see, I'm trying to stick to the subject here and give you real alpha on the crypto markets. But then in the same time, everything I'm talking about is related to the crypto. So if you want to understand what's happening in the crypto markets, you got to understand these geopolitical macro events, because this is the things, this is the stuff, this is the fundamentals that pushes the market. If you understand this, you understand the markets as well. All right. This fundamentals drives the market. Liquidity is the fuel of the market. Always remember that. Now, here's an important chart that I really want you guys to see and understand. So we have in the blue line, this blue line here is retail investors. This red line here is large investors, smart money. And the white line is the price of Bitcoin. As we know, Bitcoin is the leading indicator for the whole crypto market. So we are looking at Bitcoin. Now, what do you see here? Don't you see that retail traders are fleeing, panicking? The more this market is accumulating, the more retail is jumping out. And what do smart money do? They are accumulating. Right now, they're accumulating very heavy. Like I said before, they don't do that for no good reasons. They don't mind this little dip that we just saw here, because they know in the long term where they are going. And that's the perspective you got to have if you want to survive and make real bucks in this market. You can be super lucky, invest into Bitcoin, and next day it goes to 200K, but don't count on that. Like everybody getting into crypto now is counting on that. That's why people are jumping and like degening into meme coins and like unknown AI tokens that are basically meme coins and all of that stuff. No, right now when markets are this low and you have and this kind of discount, Black Friday, call it whatever you want to call it, you want to get those alpha tokens. You want to get those boomer tokens. You want to get American tokens because, of course, they're going to benefit the most of Trump's stuff that he's doing out there, all the benefits that he's doing for the crypto industry in the US. But you want to get those real ones. Sui, Solana, ADA, super strong now. DOT, XRP, of course, HBAR, XLM, like these projects, Chainlink. I'm going to talk about Chainlink very soon. I have a trade for you on Chainlink, but Chainlink, super gem that you don't want to sleep on. So those are the ones you need to focus on now, because you just got a second chance into the market to buy everything cheap. I don't think you will see these prices very soon again. And this picture here illustrates very well where I think that we are right now. A lot of people believe, including people in my own team, think that we are here. No, I think that this was we had a FOMO and a euphoria cycle just before this bear trap happened, and it was like a mini version, part of the cycle before the real FOMO part of the cycle. So we had one top now, we are having a proper pullback right now, and from here, on this bear trap that we are experiencing right now, we will see renewed optimism, new FOMO, and the real euphoria kick in. And that will kick in when all these altcoins starts to raise like crazy. And that will happen, I think, very soon, especially now when the money from meme coins is rotating out to this bigger altcoin, because people are scarred, people are traumatized. They don't want to trade meme coins no more. Yeah, of course, there's always degens that want to trade meme coins, but it's not as popular and attractive anymore as it used to be. All right, so with all of that ranting. Let's talk about some real stuff now. We have BTC dumping down in 24 hours from approximately 103 something. No, actually, to be honest, it was 101 all the way down to 91. So about 13%. Like this wick that you see here, I love it. This is beautiful. This is such a bullish signal, like this wick that we saw here and that one that we saw here. Unfortunately, this one was bull trap actually. And everybody that aped in here, including me myself, got super liquidated on the way down now. Now, will the market go lower? Very, very possible. What makes me think that it won't go lower is first and foremost, like the magnitude of this liquidation, like all the magnitude of the liquidity that got taken away from the market. But not only that, the hits that altcoins took. Like look at XRP, for example. Look at Aave. Look at AVAX. Look at all of these. Like, look at AVAX. Man, what the heck? Okay, we have a super opportunity on AVAX as well, from what I can see right now. These hits, like, the market has literally given you a second chance into the altcoin sector. And you don't need to buy those super risky tokens now because you have blue chip altcoins that are presenting mega buy opportunities for you. So with that said, yeah, we can go lower. We can come down to about 84K. We can come down to about 89K. We can come down also all the way down to about 74K. Very unlikely, but it can happen. You must always keep that in mind. But I think this, even if BTC now decides to do another dip, I don't think the alts will dip as hard this time as they did now previously on this dip that was. And no matter what, if you're DCAing into these tokens, like this is the opportunities you want to get. This is when you want to start getting into these tokens. This is when you want to fill up your bag with these tokens. Like I said, everything is on discount. But speaking of discounts, we have one token, we have one gem that you don't want to sleep on. This, like the opportunity with this one is just, first and foremost, we're talking about Chainlink. What is Chainlink? Chainlink is basically a bridge token that is used to bridge between blockchains. Now, with all these governments thinking about building their infrastructure on the blockchain, US definitely not only thinking about, but seriously planning and implementing those plans to do it. Chainlink is going to be a key component. People talking about how important XRP will be. My personal bet is that Chainlink will be more important than XRP. Let me explain. So, for example, the government department is building their stuff on Ethereum, and they're building their real world assets on Ethereum, which is actually probably what's going to happen. The Defense Department, for example, is building on Solana. For them to communicate and be able to send data in between cross-chain, they will need Chainlink. And there will be a lot of these different blockchains. Why is one country and one government going to use different blockchains? It's because different blockchains are good for different purposes. All right. You don't take your Ferrari out in the desert or off-road, and you don't take your off-road vehicle on a track day. All right. So Solana is the Ferrari, basically fast speed, fast transactions, and all of that stuff, but unreliable. Ethereum, slow, heavy, but extremely reliable. So stuff like that doesn't have a lot of transactions and stuff is being built on Ethereum, while things that need fast transactions is being built on Solana. For example, I'm just taking some examples here now. And Chainlink is there in between. This is just some of the stuff that Chainlink does. And Chainlink is just becoming more and more important. But here's also the thing. The smart money, including Trump, are loading up heavy on Chainlink. So I think they're keeping Chainlink quiet, like they're keeping the hype of it quiet for a reason, because they want to load up as much as possible before it explodes, all right? So let's look at the chart of Chainlink. Chainlink saw an all-time high previous bull run at about $53, let's say $50, $53-ish. We are right now approximately 160% away from all-time high. Chainlink is very undervalued. It should have taken out all-time high together with XRP when XRP did so, but it didn't. And like I said, XRP very hyped, Chainlink very unhyped. But in the same time, very hyped for the smart money. They are accumulating it. So it means when this thing explodes, it's going to explode. And as you can see, it's building some form of bullish flag pattern here. I have my trade marked out that I wanted to take. I actually missed the entry, but I think market will come back down here, test this order block at about 18.9, say 19-ish dollars for one chain link. And that is when I'm getting in heavy. I might actually already buy a little bag right here, right now at about $20. It's actually a very, very good price. I wanted to buy it up here at $26. So $20, I take it any day. So minimum is the 27.2 Fibonacci extension. So that will put us at about $66 for one chain link, or for one link as it's called. But I do truly believe that we're going to go further than that. I think we're going to hit 83 and we're going to hit $95. Maybe not this year, but we're going to do so eventually. So long term, this is like a super investment for you to get in on. Short term, you want to take profits, of course. Yeah, you want to take profits inside the sweet spot. So that is at about $34. You want to take it again at the supply zone, and that is at about $43. Sorry, the first one was $34. And the second one, $43. And of course, at this high, previous all-time high. And that is at about $53. So that is where you want to cash out, take chunks out, because like I say, now you're DCAing into Chainlink. But on the way up, when you started to make profits, especially when you start to see some hype going on, doesn't have to be just for Chainlink, but you see hype in the markets, in the crypto markets, you want to start DCAing out because you do the same thing. You start to lock in profits all the time. All right. Now, for those that like risk, don't put any leverage on this one, but here's a massive opportunity for you to make some really good gains, and that is virtuals. Virtuals is sitting right now at about $1.42, and came down all the way to $1 at the $1 exactly. So this one has just found support on top of a very nice order block here, very strong and important order block. And I'm definitely seeing this thing making its way up from here right now, slowly but surely. And the gains are very good because if you only look at where it is right now, all the way to all-time high, that is already 270%. And I think we're going to smash all-time high with a lot. Why? Because Virtuals is a platform, it's a marketplace basically for AI assistants. And it's also a platform where you can create your own AI assistants and speculate on them. AI assistants are exploding in popularity, not only in the crypto sphere, but generally, because it's basically ChatGPT on steroids, all right? It's ChatGPT that you can talk and have a conversation with. So, and you can train it to do or to be an expert at whatever you want it to be an expert at. For example, you're going to see me stream here with an AI assistant very soon. And when I say very soon, I mean in a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months. You're going to see me converse with an AI assistant. I will be live talking to it, letting it give its market analysis and all of that good stuff. That will be groundbreaking because that hasn't happened really yet, but you will see a lot of these streamers start doing it very soon. Of course, we are going to be one of the first ones because Prosperous World, we're always in front of development and technology. But speaking of Prosperous World, here's the thing. To be early into crypto is key, all right? Not to become mentally fucked on all these pumps and dumps that is going on, because this is a part of crypto. If you can handle this, I recommend you to accept the situation and cash out, or just leave a little chunk in it that you can, forget about and sleep well, because this is how it's going to be. This is not the first time, and this is not the last time you see a massive liquidation event like this. And after that, what happens? Bull run continues, as it should. Now, you want to be early because imagine, like, for example, you're getting into virtuals here. You entered here. You cashed in very good, and you took a couple of chunks of profits along the way. Market dipped. Okay, you might get a little bit nervous here, but like this whole dump down here, you wouldn't even bother because it's just your profits that are diminishing. You're not taking any real loss, and never count on profits that you haven't cashed in. Remember, that's a mindset in trading. Never count on profits you have not cashed in. When you cash them in, then you can count on them. As long as they're floating here in the market, they are not yours. They are the markets. You have to close the trade and cash them in. But okay, once again, you came in early. Now you don't need to worry about this FUD here. You can sleep well, you can meditate, you could drink your chamomile relaxing tea, and all of that good stuff. But let's say you didn't get in early. What's the next best thing you can do? Something that is actually even better than getting in early, because that's like getting in at start, right? How do you get in at start? You get in on the pre-sale. When something is launched, before it hits the market and everybody goes ballistic on it, and you get the chance to buy it before it hits the market, that's called the pre-sale. That is when you want to get into it. Now, you also want to make sure that just because it's on pre-sale doesn't mean that it's good. That doesn't mean that it's a good opportunity. It might hit the market and dump. So you want to get in on projects that are solid, have solid teams, solid communities that are innovating all the time, developing all the time, coming up with new features, new marketing stuff. The community is growing. They are in front all the time, in front of the pack, so to say. So one project that is like that is, of course, the World token. World is the token or the utility token of Prosperous World. Now, this is a banging community with a lot of sauce and a lot of value being dropped here, a lot of alpha. I know for sure because I'm part of this community and I'm dropping a lot of alpha here. If you want to have access to my channel, my trade ideas, what I do, here's my own channel inside Prosperous World, where I drop all the alpha that I see in the markets. I drop all the updates. But then you have the general announcement channel. And the major thing with Prosperous World is the Decentralized Trading Academy that's being built right now. But the tasks are already there. You have a full trading academy that you earn. Every time you watch a video, you actually earn world tokens by doing so through their mini app. So they have a mini app, an app inside the Telegram app that's called a mini app. And that is the thing that you see here when you start this thing here. Play, boom, what comes up? And here you have the mini app. You can go in, you can watch different videos. Trading, market structure, support and resistance, pips and loss, TradingView tutorial, subscribe, Bybit tutorial, partnership announcement, fair value gaps, order blocks. I highly recommend you to watch this video, order blocks. This is super key in trading crypto. Every time you watch a video like this, you can later on claim the tokens. So you build up your token balance here. All right. And here you have your wallet and other different stuff. And also when you get in here, every day you can check in to increase your PPH. And if you like what you do in here, if you like this stuff, if you like earning while you're learning, actually quite literally, you are earning while you're learning how to earn. Then you can send the link to your friends and you earn on referring friends into this as well. And of course, also you can stake Prosperous World for a major APY. That in itself is a major reason to whole world. The community has airdrops going on all the time. They have weekly community awards, like you see this one here, for example. Boom. Chat events. So you are literally making money inside this community. It doesn't get much better. And this is the future of trading communities, of Web3 communities, because this is a Web3 community. So this token World is by popular demand, by request of the community, actually reopening its pre-sale, because we already had a pre-sale, an angel round, and we closed it. We were done. We were ready. So people missed out on the World pre-sale. Now, here's the thing. The pre-sale is being reopened by popular demand, as I said. When exactly, we don't know yet. That is why you should subscribe to this Telegram channel. The link is in the description box below. Start watching these videos. Make sure you're there. Interact in the community. You might win the community awards and get a nice airdrop of world tokens, and position yourself well for the pre-sale. You don't want to sleep on this, because when we get listed, and that is very, very soon, rumor says that there's a top 10 crypto exchange Bitfinex that might list us very, very soon. You want to be there. And I got to say this also. So one thing that is very important with Prosperous World that you don't see very often these days is it's a community with integrity, with culture, with heart, with respect, where people get encouraged, educated, and lifted up. This is a community where you connect with like-minded people, individuals, to grow. All right. This is not some hype community where we hype different shit coins and this and that. No, this is a community where we educate ourselves. We empower each other to make proper gains in the markets, to live a prosperous life, and to create a prosperous world. Because as our motto is saying, together we prosper. And that's the fact of today. There's enough wealth in this world for each and every one to live in prosperity. But unfortunately, there's a lot of greed in us humans. Like all of us have that defect inside of us, just as some have it more, and they have managed to accumulate all that wealth of the world, and 1% owns that now. 99% is scraping on the ground, while we actually could live, all of us, in prosperity, as I said. So the purpose of Prosperous World is to redistribute finance, redistribute wealth, to create a financial, actually it's already created, but to accelerate the financial revolution, to take the lead front in the financial revolution. That's what we are doing. Guys, with that said, listen, market has dipped. We are a bit down, except where we are. Take this dip as a gift and DCA into it. Don't go crazy on risk. And if you're down a lot on your portfolio, remember this, that it's always before that real breakthrough that everything feels the hardest. That resistance is the hardest. It's just like the charts. Before it breaks through and pops out and start flying like this, you're gonna see it stumbling at some major resistance. All right, and when it finally breaks through, it breaks through. This is how it is for us in anything in life, but here I can definitely say so. In the crypto markets, it's those that can handle the pain and the stress, that can survive all of that without getting overexhausted and over-traumatized. They will be the ones standing at the end, making that real money. With that said, guys, I wish you a prosperous week, and I will see you at the live trading streams that I will try to keep it, have it the whole week, so that we can get up to date, because I'm expecting a lot of volatility this week and a lot of opportunities present themselves. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you have the notification bell on, so you know every time I'm going live. I don't always have the time to plan it ahead. Sometimes we just pop in with streams, and I will also see you at the Telegram community. With all of that said, stay prosperous. Peace.